Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Monohybrid Kaur, and if you're watching my video for the first time, don't forget to subscribe my channel. And yes, already done, well and good, you'll get notifications regarding my videos. So, since a long time that I was not able to do the videos, now we are back again and we are going to do the videos for class 10th. As you know all that the class 10th term 2 examinations are yet to start. So in today's video, we are going to take the chapter number 9. One need to keep in mind that which character is dominating and which character is recessive. If you don't have any idea, you will not be able to do the crossing over very quickly. Now, let's begin. What is a monohybrid cross? Mono, yes, the term mono, it means one. Yes, when there is a cross between two individuals with homozygous genotypes for a single trait. What is the term homozygous means? That is having same kind of alleles. Fine. So it's a cross in which the same kind or the same types of alleles which are being used for a particular trait are crossed. Now, mono means one and the trait used over here would be only one. So one characteristic would only be crossed in this monohybrid cross. Fine. So let's see it. As you can see, what Mendel has done is he has taken the parents. Yes, this is one cross that we can do. Another one is when we go for the tall and the dwarf one. We are going to discuss that as well. In this, the parents are pure yellow. Yes, so when he did the crossing over, yes, the major important criteria that he has taken is that both the parents were pure. Yes, they were true breeders. They were having a true breeding line. When he selected these kinds of plants, he has done the crossing over a lot of times earlier so as to get a pure breed. He selected the plants, yes, the parents' plants who were totally and fully homozygous yellow dominant. Yes, that their preceding generations and were never dwarf in their life. They were only tall. So he selected only the pure yellow ones. Yes, and they were present, as you can see, in which form? In the capital Y. So this is a dominating character. Wherever you see a trait written in capitals, it is a dominating character. Now, let's talk about this pure green. Yes, this was also, but this is written in small y. That means it is a recessive character. So wherever a capital letter is written, it is dominating character. Wherever a small letter is written, it is a recessive character. Now, we know that in even sexual reproduction, the chromosome number is reduced to half. Yes, so in this case, when we talk about the gametes available from these parents would be capital Y and small and small y. When the cross was being done in the F1, this F1 generation tells us about the filial generation. That is the first filial generation. This F1 is the filial one generation or the first generation that you will get when the pure yellow flower is crossed with a pure female. Yes, this sign is telling us about the male. Yes, and this sign is telling us about the female. Now, when the cross was being done between these two gametes, yes, when this was done, Mendel got capital Y and small y. When this was crossed with this, he got a capital Y and a small y. When this was crossed with this, he got a capital Y and a small y. When this was even again crossed with this, he got a capital Y and a small y. Yes, so these were the major four generations that he got, that is capital Y, small y, capital Y, small y, capital Y. So these were the F1 generations. Now, what he did was that he did the selfing of the F1 plants. He selected two plants, either these two or maybe these two or any of the two plants, and he did a crossing over between them. So for the F1 generation selfing, yes, we got parents. The parents were capital Y small y and the another was capital Y and small y. He took one female and one male, okay, to do the crossing over. Now the gametes in this case would be, one would be capital Y, another one would be small y. Yes, because both the gametes here as well the condition would be same. So when we talk about the crossing, this when this capital Y was crossed with this Y, he got a capital Y and a capital Y. When this capital Y was crossed with this small y, he got a small y. When this small y was crossed by a small capital Y, he got a capital Y small y, and when this cross is crossed by a small y, he got a small y. So when we talk about the monohybrid cross, yes, there were a total of 4 offsprings obtained in the F2 generation. This F2 generation is formed when the F1 generation was allowed to do the selfing. That is, they were allowed to do the self-pollination on their own. Now, as a result of these 4 offsprings, yes, when we see that we have a total of 4 offsprings, but they are different genotypically. Although when Mendel was doing the studies, he saw that all were having yellow colored flower. Okay, all were having yellow colored flowers. Or if we take the example of the color, that is the seed color. This example of the seed color, he was able to identify that out of these 4 offsprings, 3 were having yellow colored seeds, whereas 1 was having a green colored seed. Now, this was the physical appearance. Yes, when he saw it, he saw that the color of the seed was either yellow or it was either green, and their number varied. Yes, so when we talk about the physical appearance, we talk about the phenotypic ratio. Yes, we talk about the phenotypic ratio. So in this case, the phenotypic ratio would be 3:1. Why? Because 3 were having yellow colored seed and 1 was having green colored seed. Yes, so when we talk about the genotype, yes, when we talk about the genotype, yes, it is different. How? Because this capital Y is present only in one number. Yes, this small y and this also small y, this is 2 in numbers, so we are going to write it as 2, whereas this dwarf small y is also present in one number. So when we talk about another characteristic, yet yes, whether the plant is a tall one, yes, or a dwarf one. Yes, so if both these characters would be taken in a monohybrid cross, we are taking just one character. In this, the plant can either be tall or the plant can either be dwarf. Then this is the parent generation. Yes, this is the parent generation. So the genotypic ratio, genotypes would be capital T and capital C. For the dwarf, it would be small t and small t. Why? Capital T is the dominating character and small t is the recessive character. Now, when we talk about the gametes in this case, there would be 2 gametes, that is, one is capital T and one is capital T, and the another one would be small t and the small t. So when in F1 generation, yes, that is the filial 1 generation, that you will be getting is the capital T combining with this T, you will get a capital T small t. Another one would be a capital T and a small t. Now when this T would be crossing with this, you will get a capital T small t, and when this T would be crossing over with this, it will get a capital T. So when you see the F1 generation, you have got a total of 4 offsprings. Yes, as discussed, that the offsprings would be 4 in number, and all the offsprings are tall. Yes, they are heterozygous and dominant. Why? Because there is one capital T and another one is a small t. Wherever and whenever one capital uppercase letter is present, that is capital T is present, or any of the characteristic is present in capital letters, in that case they are showing the dominating characters. Yes, and once along with that, if a recessive is present, then also only one would be showing its expression. Yes, so with this he was able to tell about the law of major was law of segregation. Yes, the law of segregation. Now, once we get about the F1, once we are able to go do the F1 generation, the next step would be this one. That is, he was able to cross. That is, what he did was that he used either of the two plants, yes, either these two or maybe these two, to do the crossing over, that is the selfing. In this F1 generation, what happened, we got all these plants. Selfing was being done, yes, selfing, that is, they were allowed to cross on their own. Self means on their own. So the offsprings present, like the parents would be capital T and small t. Capital T and small t, as you can see, either of the two could be taken. Now in this, the two are two gametes, yes, two gametes obtained would be, one would be a capital T, another one would be a small t, one would be a capital T and another would be a small t. When we do the crossing over, in this case we will get the filial 2 generation, yes, we will get the filial 2 generation. This is also known as the F2 generation. Yes, this will be formed as a result of cross between the F1 species. When we talk about this, use the square that you are observing. Yes, this is known as a Punnett square. Yes, this is known as a Punnett square. This is used to show a crossover. Yes, this is just a monohybrid cross, but it is very useful in the as when the characters increases in number. So this is a monohybrid cross that we are going to discuss about. Yes, when this line denotes that half of the genes, the gametes, are of the father and half of the mother. Now, when this would be crossed with this, you will get a capital T, capital T. When this will be crossing with this, you will be getting a capital T and a small t. When this small t will do a crossing with this, you'll get a capital T, small t, and small t, small t. Now, in this case, what is happening is that you are getting a total of 4 offsprings here as well. Yes, out of these 4, you can see 1, 2, and 3. 3 are tall. This 3 is for their physical appearance. This 3 stands for the physical appearance that all the 3 plants were tall. This 1 that you are seeing is standing for one dwarf one. That is, 1 out of the 4 was a shorter one, or the dwarf one. Now, the next when we talk about is the genotypic ratio. Yes, out of these genotypic ratio, 1 is homozygous tall. So this one is for this homozygous tall. 2 are heterozygous. This is also heterozygous tall. This is also heterozygous tall. Why? Because 2 different alleles are present together. So this 2 is for the heterozygous tall. This one again is for the homozygous dwarf. So the phenotypic ratio for monohybrid cross is 3:1, whereas the genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Now, as we know that 4 offspring would be formed, so very easy thing to do is, if you're writing this and you get confused, you always get a total of 4 offsprings in your answer. Now phenotypic ratio 3:1, 3 plus 1, 4, and genotypic ratio 1:2:1, you will get 4. So very easy to learn it as well. So thank you so much. Have a good day everyone, and if you have not subscribed my channel, do subscribe it, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you can get notifications regarding my next video. So stay tuned and practice doing the questions. Sample papers are already out. You'll get the idea of how the questions could be. All right. Thank you so much everyone.